This is a trainee who is 70 years old. On the first day of work, colleagues all brought out smart devices. And he opened an old briefcase, took out a fountain pen, a calculator, and glasses. When he worked, he didn't know how to use a computer, so he couldn't do anything. The director wanted to move him to another room, but they didn't know that this 70-year-old trainee is an experienced one. Ben had been an assistant manager for a company for more than 20 years. After retiring, he went everywhere, practiced tai-chi, read books, watched movies, living a peaceful but energetic life. Until 3 years ago, the death of his wife made him feel lonely. To fill the void, he went to the coffee shop to talk. But a 70-year-old man doesn't understand the language of young people at all. One day, he saw a job advertisement on the street. A fashion company is recruiting senior trainees. That night, Ben filmed a job application video and was interviewed. During the interview, with rich experience and friendly attitude, successfully, he got the position of assistant manager. But the director was inherently not sympathetic to him. The director is Jules. It only took a few months to bring the company to more than 200 people. Of course, with such a job, she is always very busy every day. How can such a talented female director stand a 70-year-old man? On the first day of work, Jules just wanted to transfer him to another position. But Ben is very determined to be an assistant manager. No way, Jules could only accept it and see his expression. Every day, Ben also sets the alarm to the company on time. In the evening, he worked overtime, but no one arranged the work for him. Ben decided to actively look for a job. First, he helped the administrative staff deliver goods, helped the customer service department solve the problem, then helped the design department find creative inspiration. Based on his own experience and courtesy, in just a few days, Ben has been loved by his colleagues. That morning, Ben came to the company 1 hour before work and tidied up Jules' messy desk. This action successfully caught the attention of Jules. Very quickly, this old intern got his first assignment. When he walked in, he saw the director crying. Turns out the company grew so fast that Jules alone couldn't manage it. The board of directors wants to find another CEO to manage the company with her. He pretended not to have heard anything, so he went to take the laundry. As soon as he walked out the door, a colleague asked for news. He just laughed and said that he was deaf and couldn't hear well. Very quickly, the second task for him is to be a driver. Jules didn't like it at first, but on the way, she was given chicken soup by Ben. The relationship between the two has become much closer. At 5:30 a.m. the next morning, Ben was woken up by a company phone. Although he was woken up in the morning, he did not get angry. He was about to go to Jules' house. He recognized that Jules was so busy for work that she had no time to take care of the family. She found Ben's very meticulous observation made her feel uncomfortable. Hence, she sent an email to the partner to send him to another room. But she quickly regretted it. Ben was very familiar with the streets here. That night, seeing that Ben was still working overtime with her, Jules felt a little guilty. She took the initiative to talk to him and knew that this is the same old company where he worked for more than 40 years. So he is very familiar with the way here. After talking for a while, Jules admired him very much. The next morning, she happily got into the car and found that the driver had been changed. This old lady doesn't know how to drive, which makes her extremely regretful. She forgot the email request which transferred Ben yesterday. She had to go to Ben to apologize, inviting him back to his old position. Soon, his desk was moved to the secretary. The secretary is very upset. She has worked hard for the past few years. But now her position was easily replaced by Ben. Ben politely comforts her and keeps this in mind. Based on more than 40 years working experience, as soon as Ben saw it, he realized the big problem of the company. He also did not forget that the secretary said that half of the credit was hers. In life, Ben also takes care of his daughter to help Jules. When it's just that, he solves problems in times of danger. Gradually, Ben became a consultant for Jules. When Jules was drunk and sad, he was like a friend by his side. By chance, Ben finds out that Jules' marriage got into trouble. He hesitated all night but still did not have the heart to say, until Jules went with him to interview the new CEO. Jules wants to hire a new CEO so she can take care of her family, even if that person takes over her company. In exchange, her family becomes harmonious. Ben said the words in his heart. The company really needs her, and she really needs this company too. He did not approve of hiring a new CEO. He saw her career striving and perseverance, and he didn't want someone to steal her work. These words spoke the right thoughts in Jules' heart. She returned to the company. Her husband also came. Two people honestly talk to each other to solve the problem. Her husband also supports her not to hire a new CEO, then helps her find work-life balance.